welcome to my channel. So today I am going to discuss about electronic displacement in covalent bonds. Right, electronic displacement in covalent bonds. So what is mean by electronic displacement? So organic reaction electrons are displaced from one atom to another atom. One atom to another atom is known as electronic displacement. Right, that means, for example, now I am taking one atom. Right, A atom I am taking in presence of one B atom. Right, so one atom, now this atom electron displaced to another atom. That means, so slightly this electron transfer to the B atom. Right, B atom. Now this type of electronic transfer, what we call electronic displacement. Right, now next one, electronic displacement are generally two important types are there. Right, two important types are there. Now one is permanent effect. One is permanent effect. Permanent effect. Next one, temporary effect. Temporary effect. Now these are the two important types are there. One is permanent effect. Next one, temporary effect. So what is mean by permanent effect? What is mean by temporary effect? So permanent effect means generally displacement of electron in covalent bond without reagents. Without reagents known as permanent effect. Temporary effect means displacement of electron in covalent bonds with reagents. With reagents, what we call temporary effect. For example, so I am taking A and B, the same molecule. Right. So in presence of some reagents, now this one electronic transfer to another atom. Right. Sorry, here without reagents. In permanent effect, without reagents, electron transfer from one atom to another atom. Right. In temporary effect means same I am taking here. So some reagents are present. That reagents are active to electron transfer from one atom to another atom. So one atom to another atom. Right. So that means electron displacement with reagent electron displacement is called as temporary effect. Without reagents, so electron displacement in covalent bonds without reagent known as permanent effect. Right. So let's see permanent effect. Permanent effect. Right. Permanent effect. Now displacement of electrons in covalent bond. Displacement of electron in covalent bond without reagent. Without reagent is known as permanent effect. That means the electron transfer from one atom to another atom without reagents known as permanent effect. Right. So this permanent effect further classified into three important types. Right. Now one is, three types are there. Now one is inductive effect. Right. Inductive effect. Right. So next one, mesomeric effect. Right. So third one is hyperconjugation. Right. Now these are the three important parts there in permanent effect. So in permanent effect, three important types. Now one is inductive effect, next one is mesomeric effect, and last one is hyperconjugation. Right. So what is mean by inductive effect? What is mean by mesomeric effect? What is mean by hyperconjugation? So we'll see, first of all, we'll start from inductive effect. Right. So inductive effect. So what is mean by inductive effect? So permanent effect, that is what we call permanent effect. Next one, so inductive effect operated in molecule having polar covalent bonds. Right, polar covalent bond. So next one, they generate dipole moment between two atoms. Right, in inductive effect they generate dipole moment between two atoms. Next one, they required at least one electronegativity atom. Next one, they generate dipole moments. Right, dipole moments between two atoms. Next one, it is operated in molecule having polar covalent bond. Right, polar covalent bonds. Right. For example, I am taking one CX bond. Right, here carbon and halogens. Right. So chlorine, bromine, iodine, whatever may be. So now this one, now compared to the halogens. Right, halogens, somewhat this as carbon has less electronegativity. Right, less electronegativity. That's why electrons, all electrons towards to the that halogen atom, towards to the halogen atom. That's why this bond become polar bond. This bond become polar bond. Why? Because after that this one partially negative, this one partially positive. That means this one electron more, here electron rich, electron increases, now this one electron decreases, right? So dipole moments towards to the this halogen atom. That's why here dipole moments are also developing, as well as this bond considered develop, this bonds considered polar bond. Next one, this one permanent effect, this one permanent effect. Next one, at least one electronegative atom. That means here halogens are electronegative atom. Now these are the basic things in inductive effect, right? So permanent effect, operated in polar bond. This one polar covalent bond. This bond has polar. Now this one polar covalent bond, right? Polar covalent bond. Next one, this is dipole movement. So dipole movement developing from this carbon to the halogen atom. So they require at least one electronegative atom, that is this X atom, right? So in inductive effect also, further classified into two important types. Right? So in inductive effect further classified into two types, right? Two types. Now one is positive inductive effect, right? Positive inductive effect. Next one, negative inductive effect. Negative inductive effect. These are the two important types are there. So positive inductive effect means what? So positive inductive effect means, that means this one plus I group. We are telling plus I. Next one, this one minus I, right? Minus I group. So generally we are telling inductive effect means I. In I further classified into two types, that is plus I. Next one minus I, right? So what this mean by positive inductive effect? So positive inductive effect means generally some one group donating to other groups, right? Some groups, that electron donating to groups are having some electrons, right? So that electron donating to other groups, that is what we call plus I groups. In minus I group means electron withdrawing from, now this one electrons, so this electron taking from one group, right? So this is what we call electron withdrawing group or plus I group, minus I group. Now this one electron donating to other electron, that's why this one plus I group. So whenever some electron donated to other, capacity of electrons donated to other groups, that is what we call plus I group, right? Next one, so electron taking from other groups, that type of group comes under electron withdrawing group or minus I group or negative inductive effect, right? So these are the three important types in inductive effect, right? So let's see what is mean by positive inductive effect. Some examples also there. We will see that examples also. So this is positive inductive effect. So before going to that, one more important points are there. You see now I am taking carbon chain. So X atom carbon chain I am taking. Now 5 carbons I am taking. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carbons. Right, 5 carbons. So in carbon chain, this inductive effect dimension only up to 4 carbon only. Right, 4 carbons only, up to 4 carbons only. So from 5th carbon, this effect is not possible. Only up to 4 carbon only this effect as effective. Right, this dimension is effective. From 5th carbon, this completely here absent. Here inductive effect is completely absent. Right. So now this one partially negative charge. Now this one partially positive. Right, partially positive. Next carbon is partially 2 positive. This one partially 3 positive. Right. Now this one partially 4 positive. So from 5th carbon, this inductive effect is absent. Right, completely absent. So next one, here 1 and the first 2 carbons are more and more effective. More inductive effect are effective here. Right. That means these 2 carbons only very strong I effect. Right. That means inductive effect. Now 3rd and the 4th carbon somewhat weak. From 5th carbon there is no inductive effect. Right. Now this is also very important concept in inductive effect. Right. So let's see positive inductive effect. So positive inductive means what? So in positive inductive effect, I am writing some example. You see now. So S minus 1. Now next one. Now N minus 1. N minus 1. So greater than O minus 1. Right. So S minus S more and more electron donate to capacity of electron donate to other groups. That's why this group called as positive inductive effect. That means plus I effect. Plus I effect. Right. So next one I am taking C double bond S O minus. Right. Now this is also one of the plus I group greater than next one C double bond NH O minus. Right. Now this is also one of the most inductive effect. Right. So next one greater than C double bond O minus. Now this is also one of the electron donate to other electron. That means positive inductive effect plus I group. So next one you take tertiary butyl group. Now this is also one of the plus I group. Next one I am taking isobropyl group. Right. You take next one ethyl group. Right. Next one methyl group, and last one is hydrogen. Right. Now this order is increasing order of plus I groups. Now this S minus 1 more powerful plus I, more plus I. Next one, this is least plus I, somewhat least. Right. Least, that means some less electron donate to other groups. Right. Now this S minus 1 is electron donate to more and more possible in plus I groups. Right. Now this is the increasing order of that positive inductive effect. Right. So next one, let's see what is negative inductive effect. So next one, negative inductive effect. That means minus I groups. Somewhat this one electron withdrawing group. That means electron withdraw from other groups. Right. Electron withdraw from other groups. That type of group called as negative inductive effect. Right. So let's see examples. So I am taking NH4 plus. Right. So greater than NO2. Now this all are electron withdrawing groups. So next one you take Cn. Right. Cn minus Cn. Right. Cyanide group. Next one I am taking SO3H. Right. So this is also one of the inductive effects, minus I inductive effect. So next one you take aldehyde. Right. Aldehyde, one of the minus I group. Next one you take ketone, also one of the minus I group. Right. So next one take acid also plus I minus I group. Next one you take ester, also one of the most inductive effect. So next one acid halide also one of the most inductive effect. Right. So next one you take amide. Right. Amide also minus I group. So next one halogens, fluorine greater than, right, chlorine greater than, right, bromine greater than iodine. Right. So next one you write OH, right, OR. This all comes under minus I groups, OR, and then you write NH2. Now you write next one triple bond alkynes. Next one you write phenyl. So next one you write single double bonds group. Next one hydrogen. Right. Now this all comes under negative inductive effect. That means NH4 more and more electron withdraw from other compounds, other groups. Now this one very least. Right. So NH4, NO2, cyanide, SO3H, this all carbonyl groups are comes under this negative inductive effect. Right. That means electron withdraw from other groups. So this type of compounds called as negative inductive effect. Right. So next one, some applications are there. So this what is inductive effect? So how to perform in carbocations, carboanions, and how to that it is performed in acid, that means carboxylic acid, and how to it perform in base, that means in amine. So right, so like that some applications are there, so we will see next class, right? So thank you for watching.